Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Geeks.
Yep,
We are
yep.
your hosts. I am Thirdy, and once again,
Yeah, I'm Bayani.
yeah, it's been a great week for gaming, especially
Yeah.
with the Game Awards, which will be the huge chunk ni ang kaning episode karon. So this is a video gamey episode, unlike the usual Marvel stuff we do.
Yeah. No, ano ko, it's like, are there multiple Game Awards that exist? Like, what makes this like the legit Game Awards?
Yeah, it's a question of a reputation, man. Good guy. The man behind this Game Awards, man, is Jeff Keighley, and he's like the biggest guy in gaming now, and he's been through everywhere, and he has like this huge reputation sa gaming industry as a whole, lang yun. And daghan maglaing awards, like it's not just the Game Awards lang, but the other awards doesn't have the same the big budget presentation as this one. Okay,
Mhm.
the reason we're watching the Game Awards right now every year, kay, it's because of the announcements, kind of yung mga games nga announced, like world premieres and shit.
Oh yeah.
So, like,
mara siya
that's
kanang Comic Con mugawas. So it's like a
Yeah,
Comic
inana.
Con, except there are also like, I don't know, na siya
There are
drama
awards.
because
And there are
because, yeah.
awards, eh. The thing lang, and the thing that makes this weird, but gay, the Game Awards has like devolved into a world premiere lang ba? Like everyone's watching it for the trailers na lang, not just the awards na. So nahimo na siyang least of a priority ang awards compared sa, you know, the games,
Yeah.
ang world premiere ang apastanan. Like everyone's
I-
waiting for like Zelda Part 2 or,
Mhm.
Bayonetta 3, and then wala na abot. So disappointed ka sila.
I guess Game Awards are like siyang mo inform na ko if a game that's on sale is like worth it. Like magtanaw ko sa PS Store and it's like, oh, this was on sale and it was Game of the Year. I guess it's good. I'm gonna
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, and it's also a great pagka it's at the tail end of the year, so December, diba? And everyone has like a shit ton of money, and then everyone's like kabaw na sila sa state of gaming during that year, and then when it's on sale,
Oh. Yeah, I
you
didn't think
when it's
about that.
so when it's on sale, you could say, okay, this is a good purchase because it's in the Game Awards. Yeah, it's a huge marketing event lang yun. That's what makes the Game Awards great.
So it's not as political as the Oscars or the Grammy
What?
Awards, as you would say.
I don't know, like we don't know man sa the inside works ano yung mga naning events.
Kabo ko
So-
that kabo ko na naaragyapoy gamers that are like, they put the SJW in my game.
Yeah. Like I think that was last year nga The Last of Us 1.
Oh my
The
god.
Last of Us Part 2 won Game of the Year, and then grabe has a tao, like the outrage was kanang super big jud kayo nga kanang it could shake the entire world if napadayon ginto, pero
How dare they make it
everyone's-
political? Grabe.
yeah,
It's like
crazy jud kayo.
Joel just like he's my hero, and like you kill Joel off for this trans girl, si Abby. What the hell?
Anyone who dislikes The Last of Us Part 2 has no emotional is not human at
Anyway,
all. Like
I
incel
know.
vibes kayo. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Oh man. Sige, I know that we're talking about games, but I was like nag-scan ko through the news of the week. And besides like I think we got trailers for a bunch of stuff like we're not gonna discuss them. I'm just gonna I just wanna
Yeah.
talk about it na. Oh, speaking of Last of Us, see Nick Offerman, Nick Offerman from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, he's like the Bill guy.
Yeah,
Right?
he's Bill in Last of Us. They recast the
Yeah.
part and then lingaw ba yan na si Bill's Last of Us because he's kinda gay. Like it's heavily
he
implied
is
na
gay.
gays.
Like
yeah.
it's heavily implied na gay gits, yeah. Yeah.
And lingaw ang character ni Ron Swanson that he's he's a manly man, he likes to hunt, and then ganahan ka siya maghimog mga booby traps, and then that's exactly what Bill is in Last of Us.
Didn't he die in The Last of Us, ma?
No, you just you leave him, and then murag ang iyang arc is kind of when you meet him, he's bitching about his partner, si Frank. And then the end of his arc is you discover na dead na day si Frank, and then Bill is like sad, and then
yeah, I remember
so
that one.
truly aloneness siya yung na story. So it's gonna be cool watching Nick Offerman play like a gay guy na survivalist, and it's gonna be fun watching him like fight with Ellie. But we don't know how Ellie is gonna turn out. Okay, so that's small news. The Boys gets an animated anthology series, which I think every big property needs to have now. Like, Harry Potter is kanang hyping up for its reunion episode in January.
Yeah, that's
20
still,
years.
So like a month to go pa, and then January 1, it's on HBO Max. Yeah, that's we can't have an episode. Maybe by the new year we can talk about that. And the biggest news this week, okay, it's the cancellation of Netflix's Cowboy Bebop. I mean, we all know that's coming. Pero it's still like sad kayo siya. Kaya I feel for the set makers, the directors, the staff, even the actors and actresses ato. Sayang kayo siya.
Yeah, it's like Netflix was really hyping it up, the release of Cowboy Bebop, and then dagan kayo siya delays na nahitabo because like John Cho got injured, and then like I don't know, like all the rest of the drama behind it. But
yeah, it went through a lot of shit, yun, and then only to get canned.
Yeah, but ano lagi ba eh? Like I think I'm the only one who's seen most of the show, and then I haven't even finished it. I've been like half of the first episode pa lang ko. Like I've been like watching it, and I don't know how to put my finger on it. It's kind of like it likes the original show, but it misses the point of the original show.
Yeah.
Like
there are a lot of glaring issues, gid bitaw.
Ikaw, from your perspective, what did you think the show got wrong?
I haven't seen it yet, so I can't make an opinion out of it. Pero I've read like mga critics nga it's too cheesy. It misses the point sa kanang mga themes of like cynicism sa show. Even sa anime, and then I don't know. Even they got the characters wrong, especially. I read daw nga they hated Vicious so much in this one. Kay he looks goofy as fuck. More siya si Wachowski nga character sa The Matrix.
It's a Jupiter ascending.
Jupiter ascending. Yeah.
Ano ba like I watch it, and then like so many parts of the show wants to copy what happened in the anime. Like it has the music down, and then it's trying to follow the costumes, and like I think some of the shots are even similar to that of the original anime. But kana lagi, it's like you kind of lose you lose an element when you make the jump from anime to live action. So what looks serious in anime and what looks grounded and real, and then you put it on like live action, and it suddenly starts to look silly. So muna akong maingon. And like the choice of the camera angles is weird. Like
it's
there are
trying
lots of
to
very
be it's trying to be its own thing. Like you could tell nga ganang it's trying to detach from the anime nga, but it more sure like homage lang. And I don't know, it doesn't work that way, my god. And that's the problem but with like anime adaptations. Okay, Netflix has like a ton of anime adaptations lined up, and then eventually they might get the same treatment yapon as like Cowboy Bebop ba nga, only to get canned at like the second season lang.
I think it depends jud I think it depends on the showrunner. Okay, like I was watching it and then I think I know that a lot of people like John Cho, and I like John Cho as well, si Sulu, but I think na miscast siya as kanang si Spike because he looks really really old, and like his face is so lined, and then I was like, he looks way older than Jet, who I think Jet is supposed to be the experienced cop one, and then like Mustafa Shakir is like clearly the younger looking one among him and Spike. But
But you have to
nice.
admit though, see, Mustafa Shakir was a great cast as Spike.
Yeah, no,
Jet. I mean,
like,
yeah.
ang ngayon siya, like, his voice is, like, it sounds really good. It's trying to copy the Jet from the show. And, like, I know that some people, like, don't like Daniela Pineda as Faye Valentine. And, I guess I haven't seen the full episode yet. But I have friends who say na si Faye is the most charismatic person in the cast.
There are a lot of reports daw. The reason why, I mean, Netflix showed stats man nga, it's declining. Like the show reached the top 10 sa Netflix nga mga charts, but ang
On
audience
launch.
like on launch, but then it declined. Like nobody's watching it like after a few days na ba. So Netflix thought nga, whoa. First episode, I think they're just watching the second episode lang, and then they managed to quit kay it sucks. So maybe that's the reason why it got cancelled ba.
Yeah, I wish that I finished it just so that I can give like a more thorough analysis of the show. But I think that's already pretty telling na if first episode pa lang and then you can't get hooked to it, like I think that's already a sign about like why your show is like failing.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, even the anime has like a bigger view numbers compared sa like the actual show. So nakaingon na Netflix ba nga, we did something wrong.
Like, I think we already discussed this in an episode before now. Like, it's not so much that you should follow the original material, but you have to get the core elements of the material and then try to adapt it to your own thing. And then, like, I think that's where the show kind of failed. Like, even action-wise, like, grabe ka choreograph tanawon, and it's like, dili nga na ka-solid ang pag-kung fu ni John Cho in it. Like, daghan kayo siya cuts, and then grabe ka gahi ang ilang mga movements. So,
Yeah.
sorry Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it's sad, sayang siya. But then again, that's how Netflix treats their shows when, it sucks.
Yeah, like, Netflix, someone said that when they canceled katong Tuca versus Birdie, like, in the early days of Netflix, okay na sila to like run shows and then let them find their audiences. Like, I think BoJack Horseman should have been canceled after one season, but because Netflix was willing to just keep it going na lang because we have like no titles right now, and then it was able to gain an audience, and then it got really really good, like, and then it ended. But right now, there's kind of this thing with Netflix na murag every season has to be good or else we're cutting you off the next year.
It's like they're just paying it for like one season contract lang ba, no? And then wala na. Depende lang tingin sa yung viewership if you could get a second season. It's an issue with Sense8, right? And also Glow. They were cut off. They were cut off like too soon, and then ang finale kay nag-rush na lang gud ang mga directors good to make it, ganang ma-close gid ang plot.
I can't speak for Sense8, but I can say that Glow was already kanang na sila season 3 planned out, and then they canceled it mid-pandemic, and I was like, what? Why? And then nag-ano sila, people are petitioning to just make it into a movie, but right now it's the showrunners are like they have their other projects na, and Alison Brie is like super famous na, and
that's it's a huge it's a dangerous precedence for streaming shows ba, especially kaning Netflix lang gud ang notorious for canceling yun. Kay the other shows don't do that man, like Amazon, like I know nga they put so much budget ani nga mga projects nila, but they don't cancel it like midway without like a proper finale. Like even The Expanse, which is getting like their final season karon.
And The Expanse got canceled several times doing it.
Yeah, and then Amazon saved the day only to like get it concluded at season 6 lang. So kuan kayo, like it's a Netflix thing, and it's a dangerous nga I don't know, more creative siya nga practice nga luoy kayo ang consumers pod kay we don't get the closure we needed ba.
Yeah, like I don't know what Netflix is doing right now because naa siya, it's competing with a lot of the big kanang networks that are now having their own streaming services like Disney
Yeah.
and HBO. So like Netflix used to be at the top of its game because it was the only service that existed that was like itself. And then now like the big studios are kind of honing in on Netflix, and Netflix has to keep its content at the top of the game so as to
Sus,
keep being competitive.
Yeah, I saw a meme ato nga one time sa Twitter, ting ito nga Netflix knows the audience daw, so if na letter N nga red ang isa ka Netflix nga show when you're browsing, avoid that at all costs. It's bad. It's bad. Like every Netflix original is bad though. Like nga
No,
idea
it's
ba?
not.
I know it's not
sucks.
bad. Pero it's a shitty meme lang nakita na ko. Okay. Especially like with Riverdale, with Sabrina, with like other shows out there.
This meme was brought to you by the HBO gang.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I know I said that we didn't want to talk Marvel, but nakoy update sa atong best friend si Letitia Wright.
Yeah, what happened to
Exec
her?
ni Black Panther. Rumors are suggesting that she's officially leaving the MCU na daw because she doesn't want to get vaccinated. And I'm like, oh my god. And ang hasol pa jud kay the rumor is that the entire movie is based on her character na si Shuri taking on the Black Panther mantle. So when you have like what the fuck are they gonna do? They were already shooting me. Like, are they gonna cancel it? Yeah. But
the budget is recast, but then again, it's Marvel, so they have no problems with it. Who's gonna Who's gonna change her? Come on, get somebody actress. Zendaya.
I don't know, but I think they're gonna lean in on the multiverse thing and then just like murag itong sa ending sa Venom good na murag namulahi lang ang environment and it's like, where are we? Multiverse. And then
but God. So much
naluoy ko niya na murag because right now I think the anti-vax people are feeling like the victims right now na oh my god, being discriminated for anti-vax is probably worse than catching COVID for them. But like
did I ever tell you that there's a subreddit the people who like blatantly admit that they're anti-vaxxers and they die?
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
It's the Herman Cain Award.
Oh my
it's
god.
like Schadenfreude yang subreddit ba nga. You're watching these people like dig themselves to hell ba kay obvious na kayo nga the vaccine is helping people pero sila kay kung sila kanang contrarian kayo nga no, the vaccine is real and then when they get like COVID kumatakdan sila kay that's when they begged na ba kanang everyone please take the vaccine I was wrong and then like okay, you had it coming. It's a preventable disease.
Yeah, and then I heard Namorog, you win the award when you die.
Yeah, you win the award when you die.
Yeah, but when you don't die, you just get like a nomination lang.
A nomination. Yeah. It's mursig ka nang kuya ka sa subreddit kay lingaw kay siya mursig it's feel good thing iba for anti-vaxxers and
Okay, so nag-ano na ko ni Letitia Wright. So the Black Panther thing is, I don't know how they're gonna solve it, but they're in a pickle. And okay, so mag-ano na ta? Game Awards, are we ready?
It's big topic.
We have a lot of big topics listed down for the Game Awards. Do you want to talk about the things they were promoting or the things that won like the Game Awards first?
We can always discuss like the games that were revealed during that time, especially starting with your favorite franchise of all time, Star Wars Eclipse.
Alan Wake 2, my favorite franchise.
You haven't heard of that? Karon pa ikadungog ka na.
No.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought it was a John Wick game.
Yeah, he looks like John Wick, actor. Kay, his beard and all. But yeah, back to Star Wars Eclipse. Yeah.
Okay, Star Wars Eclipse.
A game by Quantic Dream. So the guys who made Heavy Rain, the guys who made Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human.
Oh, you know what games Quantic doesn't make though? They don't make, to quote one of their like executives, they don't make games for F words, like I don't know,
What?
F words, the slur for gay people, like
Oh, no way. Are you serious? Ko na sila?
yeah,
No
like
way.
yeah, kadang right after they announced SW Eclipse, nang gawas na ang mga like Twitter police that they were all like, oh, don't forget the person from Quantic Dream said this, and then the quote is kato lagi, here in Quantic, we don't make games for agates, like no, without the
Stupid.
F.
Uh, anyway, there's not much to expect naman to nila, but they know how to make cinematic narrative games with like linear storytelling. So maybe
Oh yeah,
your choices will matter here. You play as like a padawan tingali.
yeah.
I don't know where this goes.
I have to. How many Quantic Dreams have you? How many Quantic Dream games have you played na ba? Like,
I think I played Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. I didn't play the one with Ellen Page.
I forgot what that was, but I think it's
Beyond
Heavy
Two
Rain.
Souls. It's Beyond Two Souls.
Okay.
Yeah.
So unsa siya, like from where I'm standing, na I haven't touched any of those games. It looks like they're very like AAA lang siya na Telltale games. Na
Yeah. That's the kuan gid. Like that's the gist. That's the general description na nila. Kay and also they're not episodic, so diretso na ang story from from the moment you buy the game.
so full story na siya.
Yeah, it's a full story, and that's also an issue with Telltale atong time. Kay they're releasing games in an episodic format, and then mawagtang ang hype the moment you end an episode, and then you had to like wait for a few weeks. So that's what makes Quantic Dreams games like better.
I guess Telltale was. I have to commend them. They were able to land some big IPs. Like they got Walking Dead, they got Guardians, they got Batman, they
Yeah.
got like
And also they have like
Borderlands.
No, they just announced recently at Pag Game Awards the Expanse nga Telltale
Oh
game.
no,
So
your
it's-
favorite genre.
Yeah.
Or your favorite
My
show.
Yeah, so it's a good idea nga they picked it up. Kay the Expanse needed, an expansion sa kanang story nila.
Wow.
And they're putting a character, si Camina Drummer, as she's like one of the like fan favorites of the show, and then she gets her own like story here, and it makes sense. But there's something to fill in the gaps about the show and a game like this since it's based on a book. Yeah. Anyway, what else?
So back to Star Wars. Like, when I heard Namura Quantic Dream was making it, I was a little disappointed because, as someone who's been playing a lot of Star Wars games, I've only been like I think essential to the IP ang action adventure na like you're swinging lightsabers, you're shooting blasters, you're
Yeah.
riding ships, and when I saw na narrative driven siya, I was like, okay, like
Yeah.
na diminish ang akong hype gamay. Like, oh no, it's just gonna be a press square to this decision, press circle for this decision.
I'm okay with that, man. Just like Star Wars isn't just all about lightsabers and blasters, man. Like I like the political intrigue, the kanang the idea of the Force.
Oh my god, Bay. It's like I don't think
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars is about political intrigue. That's like those are the people that I hate the most in the fandom because they're like they don't understand na this is primarily for kids, and then they're like, no, you gotta understand, it's serious, there's lore, and then there's the Mandalorians are like tribes, and then like,
Oh yeah, but Quantic
calm
Dream has
down.
Quantic Dream has the power to like push the story forward. So, and it's a Star Wars IP, so they have a huge potential here to make Star Wars actually interesting. Maybe who knows?
hey,
Nga, dili siya,
Star
dili
Wars
siya,
is already interesting.
well, whatever, Bayani. Yeah, kung like they could like not do the narrative thingy lang. They could integrate action elements to it, and then after that, you're back to like making decisions.
No, I'll give it this. I'll give it this. Like, Murag, I know that I kind of like am so annoyed by those fans, but nice valid raman sad gihapon ng ilang pag-enjoy o that part of the fandom. So, if you go to Star Wars for the political intrigue and then the kind of the lore around the Jedi, like okay na, and it's fine and it's great that you're getting games na for you. And,
Oh,
like
that's what made KOTOR great, man. Good.
But KOTOR was also ano ra ba, action na naman sa gihapon to, diba? You're
Yeah,
still
but-
walking around and you're still
Yeah.
lightsabering.
Yeah, but the entire backdrop was, the empire, kanang there's a huge conspiracy and shit, and then you make your own stories. So nindot siya, like imagine a well-written Star Wars game for once. And I hope nga Quantic Dream does it.
You talk a big game for someone in
Yeah.
crusading distance. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I guess
what a,
like I liked Battlefront 2. Like I guess the story wasn't the best, but I really like
Yeah.
the notion of following like that kind of character. Fallen Order was okay.
I was expecting a Fallen Order sequel bitaw to. Okay, I needed more of his story. Said like it's teasing for a sequel, but and then it disappeared. So what the fuck happened?
Yeah, because it's only been like I think a year since its release. So, and you have to factor in the pandemic sad sila. So, if it's gonna be a big game, I'm willing to wait like maybe until next year for like a big reveal. No?
Yeah,
But right now,
huge games next year. Said.
yeah, right now it's like EA has to share the Star Wars IP now, so we're going to be expecting more Star Wars games in the future. And Eclipse is like one of the first big games na delay EA ang naghimo.
Yeah. So.
Eclipse, we're gonna wait. We'll wait and see. And there's a bunch of other big IPs that are getting games. You want to move to Suicide
DC.
Squad?
Yeah, DC has a huge market for next year, when it comes to video games, especially with Gotham Knights as well. Pero that's not the big game here. The big game here is of course Rocksteady's The Suicide Squad, which received received a trailer, a gameplay teaser's Game Awards, and it's looking really really good. I wasn't expecting it's so kind of chaotic kay siya ba, kay you're using like 4 different characters with like different movesets.
Ano man ba like na-weirdan ko ni Captain Boomerang because he kind of just uses a gun ra gihapon, and I was like, where do the boomerangs come in? And then
Yeah, he had a boomerang. Yeah, he was using it for like movement, diba?
Yeah, he uses it to teleport, and then lingaw ang like interactions nila with the Flash. Like the Flash is like an asshole. He's like, oh, you're trying to shoot him, and it's like, you know what? You should just mail the bullet to me.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
oh my
fucking
god.
terrifying, dude. The reason they we talked about it before. What could have made them evil the Justice League? So it's Brainiac the reason behind this. Yeah. So imagine everybody, imagine all the Justice League under Brainiac's control, except for Batman though. I can feel nga si Batman naka-free gid siya ni sa control, and then he gets to help the Suicide Squad ani.
Yeah, because Harley Quinn is like swinging off like a floating bat thing, and I was like, Batman put that there to help her.
Bitaw, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's so weird because like we're talking about Arkham games like right now, up in the air ang fate ni Batman. It's like, wait, is he dead? Is he? What is he?
Yeah, so, that's open-ended lang ito good. Like, let's give them that na lang kay. They also wanted to stop making Batman games na kay. There's too much na.
Yeah, they kind of flew close to the sun when it came to Arkham Knight. Like more like,
was that Icarus?
Sorry. Yeah, si Icarus. For more on Icarus, watch our previous episode when we talk about Eternals. But so far, I think this is gonna be a story that's gonna like kill characters. Na, I think the Flash could actually die in this one, and then like it's gonna be its own self-contained world. But what do you think?
I don't know. Rocksteady could integrate it sa Arkham universe, but that would limit the story. Nga what happened in the Arkhamverse is different compared to this one. So I don't know. They have a huge potential to make an original story, gidani. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. The combat is great. Like I like the dead shot. Nga. He's like flying in the air, shooting
He's
stuff.
like Django Fett, or more like, yeah, he flies around
Yeah.
and shoots things. See, Harley Quinn, I think, gets the melee weapon because she can hit things, and then she has
Yeah.
like mga trick playing cards.
It's like they're using the Batmobile's kanang seamless nga movement ba, and then gi-integrate nila sa characters, and that's great for Rocksteady.
Okay.
Can't wait for that one.
Yeah, so I guess Killer Croc has a gun
he's like a-
thing nagahapon,
Yeah,
and
he's a
then
tank
like
guy.
he can eat people maybe, and
Yeah,
you can
Vor.
see him climbing buildings, so maybe inga na siya ka mobile or asad.
Pretty sure everyone can climb buildings, man. Like, there's no problem sa Rocksteady to make a gameplay mechanic for that guy. Everyone in the Arkham games have can climb through walls.
That's like grappling hook.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, and
There's
then
another
kinda-
DC. Yeah, that's it for Suicide Squad. And there's another DC game coming out. Sad.
from the makers of Battle for
What?
is it Battle for Middle Earth?
Battle for Middle? Are you stupid? It's an EA game, I think.
Oh no, it's
from
not.
the makers of Shadow of Mordor.
Okay, the
Monolith.
Arkham Asylum of Middle Earth.
Oh yeah, so it's here. It's the same combat, man.
What?
Except
oh, yeah.
yeah, it's here. It's the same combat. Pero the only thing putting them the difference lang kay it's the Nemesis system, and
Oh, no.
DC's upcoming Wonder Woman game is developed by Monolith, so the guys behind Shadow of Mordor. So what can we expect from this?
Do they have to make a Nemesis system? It's like, is that necessary?
Yeah, but it was revolutionary for its time. Like the moment when it came
Was
out,
it?
sa Shadow of Mordor. Yeah, it's a great system sa gameplay loop. Bakit it adds replay value to a game nga who's already fun in itself with combat nga smooth kayo and fluid and shit. So imagine this one with Wonder Woman. Like you are Wonder Woman and then you're fighting like an endless horde of unsa na silang mga enemies tingali. I don't know who they are, and then each have their own personalities and powers and weaknesses, and then it doesn't end, never ending siya nga kuan. So indot kay siya nga system.
Yeah, and then but I'm confused as to who is going to. I guess you can have a Wonder Woman, a playable character, and then I'm wondering who the villains are gonna be, because they're gonna have to be as kind of generic as orcs. Na murag, this is this orc, this is this orc, and then you have to be able to you have to chess piece it. I think na you have to gather which ones you can put on your side and then which ones you're controlling. Because
who knows?
you've played Shadow of Mordor naman, diba?
Yeah, I've played it. I've played also Shadow of War, the sequel, and it's not as great as the first game. So unsa man.
Yeah, do you think there are gonna be changes to this Nemesis system? Because I played it and it was I guess kay lahi man jud akong giapas when it comes to these games. I only really am in it for the story and the the game while we're doing the story. I'm not so much a fan of the story is over and then I have to be left alone and just wander aimlessly at fighting things. So how do you think Wonder Woman could be different? Do you think they're gonna change it up, ba?
I don't think so. Easy ra jud kayo. They have no problem with open world games. Manggod kay that's what made their previous two games successful. So you could say this is gonna be the same thing gihapon, pero you're Wonder Woman na lang ani. And maybe it's set in a city, and ang Nemesis system kay I don't know, people disguised as gods and goddesses. Ambot sana sila.
Oh yeah, okay. I guess you can use gods, the different gods, to be the different factions that you have to take over. So
Yeah,
maybe you can do that.
That's a huge
Maybe you
plus
can use
for Wonder Woman.
maybe you can use demigods Murag. Maybe Diana goes up against demigods who have their own influence and armies.
Yeah,
That's
so
my
dako kayo potential.
pitch, I guess. Yeah.
So far, it's
but-
just a
but
cinematic
by-
teaser, so wala na tayo ma-infer
But
from
my
it.
big question is the game political?
I don't know. Is Gal Gadot political?
It's probably it's not gonna fly in Israel. Oh no, Gal Gadot is Israeli, but There's an entire country who is against Gal Gadot right now. No,
Yeah,
Palestine.
that's a topic for another time. Yeah.
I do not know. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
she's pro Palestine. That's why.
she's Israeli, so she's
Oh shit. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's pro wherever the Israelis are, and then like I keep hearing reclaim Palestine somewhere. Di ko na update, and then like I just have no time to research that right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
Wonder
another
Woman.
topic.
do you think
Yeah,
there are
go
a lot of like mga women gamers who'd be into this, or like do you think a lot of men are gonna be like, stop putting women in my games?
You stupid. How is that even a question? Yeah. Everyone can play a Wonder Woman game. Like maybe even if like Suicide Squad, women can play the game. Yeah, but
Yeah, okay, but it's fine. Like
there's
I
no
guess,
target demographic here, Bayani. Gamers
I
are
guess-
gamers.
Okay, I guess gamers are gamers. Like
Mm.
I've been exposed to too much of the negative gamer like life, but then again, I think I also look for that kind of like kanang stupid takes thing, and then I like laughing at them, and when they get
Yeah.
super pissed off. So it's like I wonder what they're gonna hate on Wonder Woman. Like, what Brie Larson is gonna voice Wonder Woman this time? No.
God, imagine
Wala
the backlash sa kuan ano sa our gaming, like it would explode giving si Brie Larson, and then si Abby could be there as a cameo.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! I want them.
Yeah.
I want them to put Abby in the game, or like her actress.
Just to spite people lang yun ba? Yeah, let's move on from Wonder Woman. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
We can't wait for that one, but it's still too far away. 2023 matingal ito, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. So you're super excited for this one, which is apparently isn't a John Wick game. Can you tell me about Alan Wake? What is that? What is this?
Alan Wake was kind of mushig. It's a cultural reset for gaming. Like when I can't believe I said that. Pero when I discovered this game like 10 years ago, like
Oh
nakaingon
my
ko,
god,
wow,
it's that old.
yeah, games could be like this. Like it's integrating action elements, horror, and surreal siya nga story. It's like more siya
Walk me
David
through
Lynch.
it. Like, walk me through it. What's the genre? What's the story?
The genre here is like supernatural actions. Yeah, it's like your writer ni si Alan Wake, and he's like he has a writer's block ba, and then he moves on to like nag-staycation siya on a rural nga area, and then dila siya haunted by some weird shadow people, and then yung
Like
novel
a
nga
Silent
write.
Hill.
Nah, no, not that. Kay in Alan
Okay.
Wake you have a fighting chance here. The best thing about Alan Wake kay the he has a novel. He's writing a novel, and then the novel he writes, it's turning kind of real life ba.
Okay.
So
just so you know,
he,
I'm rolling my eyes at the story right now. It's
yeah.
like
It's like a Stephen
okay.
King kind of thing. Kay he takes huge inspirations ni Stephen King. Kay you know na yung mga shadow people mo hunt niya, like people with hatchets chasing after you. So about it siya, the story is ni himo og tinuod ang yang book nga gi-write, and it's all about him. And then the world like would get enveloped in a huge darkness, and then your power is like a flashlight. Imagine that in a game.
Oh,
Your
so
power
it's
is
like
a flashlight.
So it's like Fatal Frame. Now your power is a camera, and you have to take pictures of the things.
Yeah,
while, like,
yeah, in Anna.
Don't attack me. Picture.
Yeah, in Anna.
Um,
But this time in Alan Wake, you have a gun here. So when you put the flashlights on their face, they get blinded, mo deteriorate ilahang powers, and then you shoot them, and then slow motion da yun. And that's super slick ba nga. Wow, for a game nga na horror elements to it. You could also be a badass too. So nindot kayo siya na concept.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like a
What?
dark, quiet death. from
Yeah, I
Mythic
know.
Quest.
I know what you're thinking. Mo gina nagawa sa mga pro. But Alan Wake came first. So who knows?
Like, oh no! Like, is Kristen Melody like in the background just going, "You're ruining the game"? Like,
Yeah.
you're ruining the point of Alan Wake.
And the sequel, Alan Wake 2, is leaning on to a survival horror nga type. So maybe it's a Resident
Which we've
Evil
had
kind of thing.
before. Okay.
I don't.
So,
yeah.
can I ask, what was the original like gen console for Alan Wake?
It was the PS3, I think.
Oh, so old na
Yeah,
siya, no?
old
It
skipped.
it skipped a generation.
Mm.
Yeah. When is
So,
the game being expected to release?
it's 2023. Dugay pa kayo ni. Remedy Entertainment is a good. Linot sila nga developers. They're the one behind Control. Have you heard of that one?
No.
Control.
I'm sorry. Sorry,
How do
no.
you not know about Control? It's
I know
SCP
haptic
the
feedback,
game.
but I don't know Control.
Well, whatever. Yeah. Moving on from Alan Wake. I can't wait for that one. Remedy is great.
Okay.
There's also
So,
another
big reveals.
the Matrix, like Lana Wachowski is like,
Oh.
I tweeted about this one. Yeah, she's having fun. Ano yung Matrix revival karon with so many mediums to experiment on, with like the VR version of Matrix. Like that's a huge that's a big brain thinking ba nga. Yeah, we could integrate the Matrix into an actual VR nga game. No?
I
Yeah.
would think so, but like, how does it play? Because VR is kind of like you can only turn it into like a shooter or like
Eh,
it's not.
Yeah.
I realized with VR like, delay usually the character. There's always some kind of teleporting gimmick to just move you from room to room. It doesn't actually encourage players to just walk around the environment. Like
yeah.
you can only discover what's in your immediate vicinity. Pag VR, I noticed.
Yeah. That's the thing. Mo limit gyud mo ang movement when it comes to VR games kay it's still in its like experimental stage. But Matrix Awakening isn't, I don't think it's VR. More siya, it's a next gen experience lang for the Unreal Engine 5 and it's built for the PS5 and the new Xbox. So more siya rail shooter gyapon siya. Like you're still stuck in one place and you shoot goan lang random shit. But I like the idea, but nga it integrates the plot sa movie to this one. It's a tie-in that would make sense.
Oh yeah, I guess like because games are so much harder to make now, tie-in games like PS2 times are like harder to come by because it takes more hours not to make them. So it's pretty interesting that they were able to take something like the Matrix and then hey, there's a tie-in
Yeah.
game where you can shoot things and
Mo gali
may na lang
it
if
take-
nindot ang gameplay niya.
Yeah. And funny thing is, it somehow takes me back to the early 2000s ba nga. We're getting another Matrix game. A new Halo is out, and then whoa, like are we back to like the good old days? Yeah.
Oh man,
Everything's
don't
fine.
say that.
No,
Don't go good old days, but that's already like that's such a red flag word for me now. No, I just wish it was like good old days. I was born in the wrong generation. I was like,
yeah.
dude, like
Yeah,
grabe
I'm
na kayo
speaking about the
realistic in
games.
games now.
Yeah. Pero I remember man good nga I played a Matrix game sa PS2 and then I haven't heard anything about the Matrix of that before, and I also played a Halo game during that time and I'm playing Halo right now. So mo siya-
Oh wait,
Yeah.
what did you think about the? There was no Halo game announced, I think, but there was a
Yeah,
Halo series.
yeah, there was a Halo series, but I'm not looking forward to it. Kay
Ang naman.
I'm not into Halo. Kay I started late ba nga. I don't have an Xbox when I was young, okay? So I
Oh,
only had a
yeah,
PS2. And
Here
then
comes the class divide.
yeah, and during that time ba okay, it splits the world is split apart into two, like the PlayStation 2s and the Xboxes. So yeah, I wasn't there sa Xbox nga community.
I would think that the 360 is like a formidable kanang for the PlayStation. Like I knew friends who had Xboxes and then like when we would kanang mobayad ka 10 pesos for an hour sa kanang mga malls. Like Xbox
Yeah.
ang ilang console. So it's like okay, so Xbox is like it won this one. But then pag abot na sa PS4 generation, it was like oh no, PlayStation 1 again. And like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Xbox.
The way I classify it, my good guy, the PlayStation games like are good for story-driven, open-world games, cinematic values, and Xbox games kay they're good for multiplayer, for like shooty bang bang ba. And
Yeah.
karon like I like it right now kay these two like huge companies are trying to mix and match na in between, so they have multiple genres to experiment on.
Um, so you, just to get you straight, you don't want to talk about the Halo trailer that came out.
Yeah, I can't get anything from it, man. Sadke, I barely know anything about Halo. I know it's your Master
Well,
Chief.
it's like it's a war. It's a war, but space, and it's
Yeah.
adult. So like, and there's apparently like operatic ang iyang score, so
Yeah.
kids go into bathrooms and sing it to each other.
Oh, oh. Yeah. You know, like The Expanse? Is it like The Expanse?
Wait. Kinda, what I know about the Halo series is that they've been trying to get a movie made na dugay na kaayo, but kana lagi like right now they're only able to Paramount Plus ba ni? Na ilang himog series.
Yeah.
I just know na Master Chief is gonna be played by you know Mad Sweeney from American Gods? Kanang si Schreiber yung apelido.
No, I haven't seen
Yeah.
American Gods.
Okay, so well, the Pablo Schreiber is gonna be Master Chief, and then I thought we were at least gonna see kanang Cortana, because if you know
yeah.
Master Chief, the next popular character there is Cortana, the
Yeah, oh my God,
naked
kinsa
blue
ka na si
lady.
Cortana, no? Who could
I think-
Cortana be?
I remember writing about it, and then I think they got the original voice actress back to do the character. Yeah, but
Okay.
I don't know if like we don't know what the character looks like in the show, if she's gonna be CG or if it's gonna be like an actual like woman ilalang hologram ang iyang filter.
Yeah.
We'll see. We went through Telltale, no, and then you said that naghimo sila Expanse.
Yeah.
do you-
We already talked
we're
about
ta-
that.
We're talking about the Game Awards, but then we're not talking about the actual Game Awards. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm here at the list right now. Do you want to go through it? Like, there are a lot of genres here. There's like innovation and accessibility, best game direction, best
Oh, yeah.
family, best
Yeah,
fighting, best VR.
One of my it's an interesting award kanang the best in innovation and accessibility. Kay it's a huge step for gaming. What nakadaog last year was The Last of Us 2. And
Oh yeah,
I can say nga wow. Yeah, they deserve that kay The Last of Us 2 is like accessibility mode. Kanang it helps a lot good. Like if you're blind, deaf or disabled ka nga person nga you want to play The Last of Us 2, you would enjoy it gyapon kay the game is like super accessible. There's a huge it's a more siya kanang so many mechanics nga could help you ba. And
So-
nakadaog karon sa like innovation and accessibility is like Forza Horizon 5, which is also a great game and racing siya, so it's huge but yeah, wow, for a
Okay.
racing game who caters to like, you know, disabled people, that's nice.
Okay. I'll try to go through like what I think are the biggest genres. Let's. Do you wanna do the game of the year first because that's the biggest one? I think we should save that for last. But game of the year, ang
Yeah,
nadaog
it
ba
takes-
ang katong.
It Takes Two, yeah. It's a really fun game. Like nagduwa ko ani with my little sister and then we enjoyed it good. Okay, it's built good for two-player fun through and through, like from beginning to end. Mafeel mo nga this game is really out there to like to give you so much fun lang yun. It's a game nga you're in it for the fun.
I remember covering it. And then like high concept kayo siya because it's about two people dealing with a divorce. And then I was like,
Yeah.
what kind of A24 game is this?
Yeah.
It's like ragdolls, but then the concept is like, oh, they're a couple going through a divorce, and they're like, huh? But
Meta, it's also too meta pa yung game kay it's trying to play on the multiple genres in gaming ba kay each level has its own genre nga 1 minute you're playing an RPG and 1 minute you're going in a fighting game nga style and then the rest kay it's platforming. So unique siya nga concept nga the developers here managed to inject so much elements to it nga lingaw gihapon, like it doesn't feel monotonous but when you're playing with someone.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so It Takes Two, and I don't know what else to say about it because I've been also like, oh man, I really wish I could play this game with Tiny, but like I haven't had the time to like play it with her.
Actually, I recommend you play it with Tiny kay if you buy it on Steam, like you get a free code to give it to someone else. So if you buy it like karon and then hatag mo ni Tiny, you could play together online without lag and all, and then mag-Discord mo like, you know, like this one, and then do this, do that, go there, go ano ba.
Okay. So how long did the campaign take?
It's surprisingly it's a long game. I was expecting ganing dali ra kay mahuman, pero it's very long, and makaingon ko nga wow, you get your money's worth gadani. Okay, it's so long and daghan kay mga mini games to play, and it's built for couples good, like especially kamo ni Tiny. Imagine I could already
So it was just you and your sister?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, but I had fun with my sister. Yeah. Lingaw kayo kay she's a little kid ba, and then she could grasp the concepts na sa video games nga. This is a mechanic nga, you do this, do that, you shoot stuff, and then nakaingon kong wow, how did you manage to pick that up? Nga, kuan pa kay ka, you're too young. And also the great thing about It Takes Two po di ay it gives the biggest gameplay challenge for the girls. So if you're playing the woman nga character, you usually I'm not, this is I don't know, cancelled ko ani maybe, but it gives so much challenge sa babae nga players. So usually if you're playing as a woman, babae jud ka, and na may laki as dani, and you get the easiest stuff, and then for the woman kay dira ni mga lisod. Yeah, like ko mga wow, this game is really like trying to ruin relationships, no?
It's a commentary on the role of women in society. Wow. I can't believe.
Yeah.
It's like Tiny, who can only play Fall Guys, is probably gonna get so pissed.
Yeah, you get so pissed gid good kay it's frustrating at times, pero makaingon ka nga, it's okay. That's the part of the game you work together.
Yeah. I want to look at the other games that got nominated for Game of the Year, and your Deathloop made it.
Deserved. Yeah.
Metroid Dread.
Did it get
Psychonauts? No, it got nominated for Game of the Year. Metroid, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart. Yeah. Did you play that one?
Yeah, also a good game.
No, manimo.
Yeah, I finished it.
Yeah, and Resident Evil Village.
Resident Evil Village kayo. It's a huge game, pero there's nothing new sa kuan, sa like, you know, in a video game sense. Mm-hmm. That's why it didn't get awards ba. It Takes Two lang gud ang pinaka interesting.
So you think well deserved kasi It Takes Two.
Yeah, like I can say it deserves it. And I recommend you play it good with Tiny.
Okay, sige. And I'm gonna go through the list because we have like we only have like an hour, but there's like a bunch of other indies here that I've been looking at. This Kenna Bridge of Spirits. It won Best Indie. It kind of looks like it looks like Legend of Korra, but like, you know, it looks fun. Nakasaway na ka?
I haven't played the game. It's more like Horizon Zero Dawn ngayon style, but it's
and then Fantasy
indie. Yeah.
Let's go through it. Best performance, your favorite, si Lady Dimitrescu.
Not my favorite,
she won,
but yeah, she deserves
fine.
it. But I was rooting for Alex Chen sa kuan Life is Strange True Colors because she was really good sa young voice acting work ato.
He got nominated, si Alex Chen.
Yeah, nindot kayo.
Yeah, and then si Gus Fring, like he got nominated for best performance for a video game. We are not the same, and and then the two people sa Deathloop, si Jason Kelly, si Colt Van from Deathloop, and Juliana Blake from Deathloop.
Yeah, so sayang. They're so good biya sa game. Sayang mas lakadaog, but okay said si Lady Dimitrescu because, you know, it's a people's choice. Feel na ko they're just in it because the vampire milkers.
Okay. Si Best Action, Returnal.
Yeah, deserved. Yeah, good for
what
that.
What is that?
One.
What's on genre?
It's roguelike. shooty roguelike.
Roguelike. Ew.
Yeah, but dude, the best thing about Returnal, okay, it feels like you're playing an alien game. Okay, the entire world is like inspired by H.R. Geiger's kanang architecture.
Wait. Okay, Returnal, the one where like you die and then you resurrect in a different like type of ano.
Yeah.
Okay,
Inut
I've
kayo,
seen this
the
game.
design, the sound design, the world building, it's so good. Like
Really,
it deserves it.
si Giger de ang ano, sana the guy who made Alien. All right.
I mean, the guy who made the alien design, the Xenomorph.
Yeah, he made the Xenomorph designs, cuz
Yeah.
he was supposed to do Dune with Jodorowsky, and that's how I
dude,
know him.
imagine ka no, like if that happened ba, ang Jodorowsky and iyahang koan alien
I don't know,
designs.
but
Damn.
I saw that entire like documentary, and then knowing Jodorowsky is kind of a psycho, like more. I don't think anyone would have liked that Dune movie. And then like he has a quote there where he's like, "I raped Frank Herbert. Like, you know, when you rape woman, you destroy, but you do it with love. So I raped Frank Herbert." I'm like,
Oh my god.
oh my god, you're a fucking psychopath, Jodorowsky. But back to games, like before mag-rant ko about Jodorowsky, a game won an award that you were shitting on when I first announced it. Like, who asked for this game to win the best narrative?
Yeah.
Guardians
of the
Galaxy.
Yeah.
What?
I really want to play the game, but it's too expensive right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And also, I want to apologize to Nandaan for saying that because the game is really good, and it's
apology
it's
accepted.
It's putting characters first, and it's nice.
Whoa! And imagine if everyone was just like thinking, "Who asked for this game?" But it's nice to see a win.
Yeah, but it didn't
best-
get so much sales.
Well, it's
Okay,
really expensive, and it's the Christmas season.
Yeah, natabunan sa just with like other games coming out during that time. So.
Yeah, like if I can be honest, like I guess my entire 2021 didn't have too much new games in it. Like I was in it for like when Last of Us came out, but like this year, I barely played any of these, and I haven't played any of them. Like I wasn't hyped for too much. Maybe because my guess is also that they're naa siya murag wedge because it's also the same year na ning launch ng PS5. So like there's a big issue sad with, do I play the new games or do I just save up to get like the next console lang before I can start enjoying myself again.
Ako, you know me, I'm always like I'm in it for like the story, but like I want to play it first because I want to know the story. Otherwise, I could get spoiled ani kalugayan.
So wait, your most anticipated game ni daog ang imong Elden Ring.
Of course, Elden Ring deserves that. I can't wait to play the game.
It beat out God of War and Horizon Forbidden West and Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, we're not gonna expect Breath of the Wild or God of War to come out in the middle of 2022. Feel na ko mga December pa na sila, maybe by November. So don't expect it to come soon. Ang Horizon though, it's a good game. Yeah. It's February, sad, coming alongside Elden Ring. So there's a divide there. Imagine that one. Like when it releases, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm always mas anticipating ko sa narrative sa God of War if you ask me. But I guess because like biased naman ko. But hey, one game that was like the biggest letdown of 2021 but somehow made it to Game Awards. Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, dude, it's so painful.
It got nominated for best score.
I know. I want to talk about how painful the Cyberpunk experience is. Did you know that it's getting its 1-year anniversary? Na? Like, I think that was yesterday.
Is it coming back to PlayStation yet?
It's already there.
Is it back?
Yeah, it's been there like since like dugay naman. The thing is, kay, nalay ka ng keyword ba? There's a huge warning labeled there nga. This game will not run as good on your console.
No.
Yeah. So be cautious. Ano ba? I don't know. I feel sad for Cyberpunk. It didn't get any awards, pero I wish nga it won best soundtrack because that game has really good soundtrack.
Yeah. And I remember anticipating before release of Cyberpunk, and it was just like the energy among all of my friends was just electric. They were all like, "I can't wait for Cyberpunk! Oh my god, it's like the second coming of Christ!" And then upon release, it was just so many people in denial. That was just, "But you have to play it, Jude." Like that was you. That were like, "Bye." Like
I
it's
think that
like,
was me.
Promise, bye.
I think that was me. And also, we have Joshua also here. Is Joshua, you're listening? He's also in this denial phase. I saw him play Cyberpunk last night, and at the middle of Kadlaon, but you're like 3 a.m. And then, what's this guy doing playing Cyberpunk at 3 a.m.?
Oh my god. Like, I have to commend Josh. Josh is like one of you guys na. He likes to play mga open world ones and like more like, he likes to create characters, which is sadly not my it's not my wheelhouse. But shout out Josh, keeping Cyberpunk alive in 2021.
I saw my post a year ago. I was posting how excited I am. I gipicturean gud ako on disc. Yeah, okay, finally it's here. And then I play the game, and then I get like 20 crashes at akong PS4, and I'm so concerned na maguba akong disc at the gid.
It's not your PS4 wasn't a Pro at that time.
I don't have a Pro, man. It's like a base PS4.
Oh, ang akong question, can you take your Cyberpunk CD and put it in your office's PS5?
Yeah, I tried it. I played it. It's smooth.
And then
it runs at a steady 60 frames per second, man. That's the difference between the two of them. So mafili mo ang divide when it comes to gameplay. Luwi kaya mga old gen nga gamers. That's why they're so pissed nga. This game was already marketed in the first place sa PS4. Why does it run so shit on that platform? And that's the reason why, it sucks.
It's the question of CDPR's very good marketing, but very underappreciated development team. But,
yeah, that's
I don't know.
Also, I want to leave a lasting thought ba nga. I learned sa Game Awards. I mean, I noticed this sa Game Awards nga. These games don't give a specific release date now. They just give a year lang. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Cyberpunk,
for the best, I think.
Yeah, it's for the best. Yeah, Cyberpunk was a cautionary tale good for everyone in the gaming industry. Nga, you can't put a release date if the game is really not ready. So ilaha kay they just put a date lang, a random a year if when it's release, no specific dates. Okay, it hurts the marketing, man. Good. Cyberpunk was on a marketing spree for a year.
Yeah,
it was supposed to come out September, delayed. I don't know. So that's a huge budget na daan.
Yeah, and
so
then like Morag, the closer the release date came, there was just like we have to push it back, and then when it finally came out, oh my god, it was just everyone was just telling all the whiners na Morag, you did this, like if you could just be patient and wait for your game and then understand that delays are part of it, like, but no, you had to complain, like ingana.
Yeah.
So
there's a popular picture from Shigeru Miyamoto katong cringe na kayo karon. Like a delayed game is eventually good, but a non-delayed game is bad. Something like that. I keep seeing that one, and it's annoying na. Yeah, but
sakto man, I think it has to be a constant reminder for people who are like, especially gamers who are kind of the loudest online, and then like sila ang sometimes pinaka-toxic na community. But
sometimes,
yeah.
Understatement of the year.
Yeah, okay. But I guess it's all the big ones. Like, hey, League of Legends got best esports. Congratulations, Arcane.
Aww. Yeah, but I have to give credits to Riot. Like, they know how to make huge esports events. Like, did you know we're also in Valorant? Like, our PH team is in Valorant, so. But unfortunately, we got eliminated because the other teams are better. They were in Berlin, and so that's huge. Like, they're facing off against like the biggest players in Valorant all over the world, And then they're also good. Competent pa gid sila. Like, they're not the shitty players we see all the time. They're also competent. Like, they know their strats, they know shit. Pero, unfortunately, mas smiling good ang other teams. And they got eliminated.
Well, one of these days, PH, like,
Yeah,
if
one of
you
these
get
days.
if you get targeted by the government at some point, like, chances are mo succeed sad ka. Like, ay dilin.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Oh man,
so-
like there's so many people to pick from. Like there's best esports team, best esports athlete. It was like, whoa, how do they find those people? And how do
Yeah.
they kanang figure that out? There's best esports coach,
Yeah.
which I
It
can't,
has to be,
which I'm not gonna
like,
read.
It's an algorithm thingy man where who's the headline at a time, and then they found out, okay, this guy is popular, so let's put him here.
Okay. So, narasa siya nga na nga politics in the game awards.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Oh well. Yeah. How
That's
was
it.
this game
That's it.
awards? Like
It was.
were the reveals great? Did you like the winners?
Yeah, the event was too long. That's the main concern sa event. Yeah, it drags on for too long. It's supposed to be. It could work as like an hour and a half, pero it dragged on for too long. There's so many unnecessary events happening. So it's okay, and I wish Jeff, if you're listening right now, yeah,
Okay.
make the event shorter, more seamless, and don't put too much efforts musical performances.
Who was the musical performance, if I could ask?
Imagine Dragons.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Yeah, what was he singing? Guess what he's singing.
Oh shit! Did they sing?
Guess the song.
Is it the Powder song, The Enemy?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah, but it was really good. Like, talented man si Imagine Dragons guy. He knows how to sing. It's like, I just don't know lang yun niya. Why? It's the same thing all over again. Yung music lang yun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Haley Steinfeld would not approve.
Oh, Simu Liu was there.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Simu.
Shang-Chi was there. Yeah, he was there. He was a presenter, and then he presented a game, and then cringe kaya ang acting ato sa stage. But yeah, he's there at least.
Ano man siya ba? Kanang parehas ra siya ni Rahul Kohli na
Yeah.
narasad naipag-shit posters si Simuliu.
Yeah, sila yung duha gyud sa internet.
Internet
when
literate
they
sila duha.
clash, whenever I see a post nila ng duha gyud kay how do you have the time to shit post on your busy schedules?
Like in between the kung fuing and the midnight massing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
that's it.
That wraps up our Game Awards. And
Yeah.
for Feed the Geeks, this is our second to the last episode before Christmas, or before
We
break.
end the show.
Whoa! Hey!
I'm kidding.
No one's saying that.
Before we have our Christmas break. So
Yeah. So next week, what can we expect? Will you finally watch No Time to Die?
maybe. Next week we could talk about it's the Expanse again. Who knows? The Expanse's final season is already out. Yeah. The Wheel of
Okay,
Time. We still have to talk about Wheel of Time. And maybe Bayani and I, we could also do a year wrap up on the things we like about this year. You know, like what are our favorite games? What are our favorite movies this year? TV series.
Okay,
Maybe
that's
we
a good
can,
idea. Oh,
yeah.
sige. Yeah, sure. We can do that right before Christmas, so it'll be our Christmas New Year thing. And
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Geeks, for listening to us and our
could sing,
ramblings about the Game Awards.
You could say it's an FTG wrapped.
Yeah. Thanks for everyone to be listening for this current episode, and then
Mm-hmm.
we'll see you next week again for our last episode of 2021.
Yep.
Thirdy, would you like to sign us off?
Yeah, whatever, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Ding, 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 ding.